everyone. Welcome to TDL Live. It is Monday, September 22nd, 2008. Make sure everybody can hear us. Indeed, they can. I'm Ryan Ritchie. Adam Ford here. The ticker.
Yikes, not anymore.
You hate that.
Those days are long gone.
The ticker. Boy, I'll tell you, the stock, it's rough on the market in general.
Very rough. Hang on to your hats, kids.
Apple, no stranger now to no, Apple can't get away. Boy, I'm glad I didn't drink. Apple can't get away from a bad market. But we got quarterly earnings coming up. Again, it seems like it happens.
I know. Every quarter.
4 times a year. That's coming up, I believe, late September, October. We'll check into it, and of course we'll do a live show. Good. He's very easy and laid back tonight.
Whatever.
So we'll see what we've got. The bowl of news, small paper, big news, of course. And that's about all I've got. Don't forget,
right to it?
You can give us a call. Also, leave a voicemail, leave a comment for the show, and we may play it next week if we deem it appropriate. 408-627-8242. That number again, 408-627-8242. That's Bay Area code. Toll charges may apply. With that,
but nobody.
No,
pays.
I would hope
you
not.
don't pay tolls.
I would hope not.
Come on.
It's all you.
Alrighty. Apple offers risk-free speaker thing. Everyone's like, yeah, that's not really a good story. So you can buy speakers now at the Apple Store, hate them, and send them back worry-free.
Online.
Yeah, online. You don't have to pay for it at all. Free shipping.
Free shipping both ways.
Shipping. Get your speakers while they're hot. Get them online.
By the way,
save yourself a trip to the store.
You can find out more. There's a blog entry about it if you go back a few days. And also here at the top of the show, I want to issue a retraction/apology. For those of you who took the time to let us know, thank you. We totally butchered the prices on the Nanos last week.
Did we?
The new Nanos.
Very good.
They are far more affordable than we said last week.
What did we say, $249?
I don't want to speculate on what we said, but we said...
We'd rather speculate on actual fact.
But head to apple.com. It's different in every country anyhow, and we are a global show.
In some currency, we're right.
And of course, there were those reports of the 4 gig model being released in some parts of the world. You weren't on that?
No.
Well, it turns out some 4 gig 4th gen Nanos have shown up in some markets.
Oh my.
And the thinking goes that Apple wanted this to be 4 gigs and 8 gigs. Microsoft came out with the 16 gig Zune, didn't want to be upstaged, so then it's 8 gig, 16 gig.
Yep.
That's why the 16s weren't available immediately, and why these 4 gig models ended up in some different countries, which Apple has confirmed that they made, quote unquote, a limited amount of 4 gig devices for special markets.
It's a collector's item.
It is indeed, much like my 4 gig iPhone. Can't find those everywhere, kids. Only the early adopters.
You better believe it.
All right.
Boy, did we pay for it.
Oh, we've got some action there in the iChats. I'll let you take a look at that. See what's going on. This is probably the big story of the week here. Hi, Adam.
Oh.
The big story of the week is probably the recall, total recall, if you will. Give me a line from Total Recall. Oh,
it's not Tatuma. Is that it?
Sure.
Not Tatuma.
It's not
Atuma.
It's not Atuma. Okay. Total recall. There is a total recall in effect on the iPhone 3G power adapter due to some instances in which the metal blade came off in the plug, and that could lead to
zap,
or worse. Apple
or
quick to note that no one has received any injuries from this.
That's good.
But they're going to go ahead and swap those out. You'll get one back, and you'll know it's safe because it has a green dot on it.
Green means go.
And so if
it's a universal symbol for go.
If you're looking to resell your iPhone 3G, folks are going to know to look for the green dot, or they're not going to take it.
After tonight, you better believe they are. Come on. Am I up?
Yes.
Very good.
You are up, sir.
Okay.
You are up. I mean, just looking at...
And I got sidetracked as well.
It's not Atuma. It's from Kindergarten Cop, I'm told in the TDL Live
chat. Of course it is.
Not Total Recall.
Not Total Recall. I couldn't think of one, so I went with my next favorite Arnold movie, which is Kindergarten Cop. Microsoft announces up to $40 billion share repurchase program, raises quarterly dividend.
What?
What?
I don't.
Microsoft announces up to $40 billion share repurchase program. So they're spending $40 billion, they're repurchasing shares, and they're raising quarterly dividend.
I have an idea. What if we put a camera here when you hold the papers?
Yeah.
Then it'd be like you're looking right into the people.
They don't want to. They don't want to see that. Believe me.
Come on now. Okay, so $40 billion.
Yeah.
Stock repurchase, dividend. I'm an Apple stock. These are foreign terms to me. What does this mean?
Well, it means that if you're an owner, you can expect more quarterly dividend, and if you're a fund, you can opt to sell back large amounts or blocks rather of stock that you might hold in a fund and get money for it.
Concept being that then raises the price for the remaining shareholders.
Right.
But what is this dividend of which you speak? I've been holding this Apple stock many moons.
It's kind of like getting paid for holding stock.
I don't get a dividend.
Well, you're not holding the right stock.
Apple has chosen to in lieu of a dividend, they say they want to hold that money for strategic investment, which in theory should increase the stock price over time. So
that's the idea.
Invest wisely, I suppose.
See how it goes.
See. Very good. Kindergarten Cop.
Yeah.
Do you have any more lines from Kindergarten Cop?
My name's Adam, and I'm a PC.
I hope that's not this story.
And this is my office.
Folks, don't know if you saw the lines. Don't know if you saw the people lining up, sitting in the chairs, getting camped out for the night outside of the T-Mobile stores. But tomorrow, Tuesday, for some of you, by the time you watch this, it will have already happened. It is the launch of Google's Android.
They're calling it Camp Out for Android.
Everyone, Camp Out for Android. Nobody's camping.
Nobody's Android.
But
if you are,
let us know, TDL Live, or give us a call. I don't need to tell you, but I will. That number, of course, 408-627-8242.
we're on there.
I know. That's the way it is.
Hot damn.
So what do you think of this Android? We've talked about it.
I've never gotten to use it. I don't really know.
But there was a video. There was a video on the blog. I mean, it looked like they put these people in a room. They weren't allowed to see the iPhone. And then they came out with this operating system, and they're like, watch this. You can tilt the screen. And watch this, it's a touch screen.
We'll see. I mean, I'd like to get my hands on one, check it out, really put it through its paces, see whether or not it's any good, see whether or not it's like, because it came out second, it's by default an iPhone knockoff if it's anywhere similar. So they're kind of SOL in that regard. But do we know what carrier? I forget what carrier. T-Mobile. Okay, so T-Mobile. So it's everybody who's like hot about Verizon is still out of luck, But here we are.
But in theory, these Android devices should be available on all the carriers. Maybe AT&T might sit it out for a little while.
I imagine that they probably
They want to evaluate the situation. One thing that's interesting with Android, there will be a marketplace, not unlike the iTunes Store, the App Store. However, in the marketplace, it's no holds barred. You've got an app, you put it up there. There's no approval process. You've got it. Throw it up there. People can buy it.
Good and bad. I mean, it's good if you're a developer and you want to do whatever you want to do and don't want to have to worry about who you're developing for, because you don't have those. There's no restrictions. But if you're a consumer, potentially not as good. I mean, if there's something that could be malicious or is violating terms of something, or there's really nobody looking out for you.
Right.
I mean, you don't have to worry about, if you're a developer, you don't have to worry about your app being yanked. But if you're a consumer, you don't have that layer of comfort. So. And
from the chat room, the comment that competition is always good,
which is true.
I agree that it's always good. I wonder, can there be competition with a closed store? Could someone else have a closed store like the iTunes App Store? Because iTunes already permeates everything. It's like when Microsoft tried to do the Zune Marketplace. It's such a small ecosystem to begin with. Well,
here's the thing: if I'm an Android owner, that's a robot. Come on, Androids are a little more fluid. So if I'm an Android and I'm gonna want to buy an app or whatever, and I know I have to go to this one spot, whether it be a web spot or whether it be some sort of software that I need to load or something like that. I'm gonna get to it because I'm interested in doing that. So I don't think it's such a big obstacle. I mean, you're really going after the people that have that technology, and they're gonna want to use it that way. So, not a big deal.
I believe it was on Mac Rumors. They had a little chat with one iPhone developer asking him if he was going to do stuff for Google Android as well. He said no, simply because there'd be people with 60 devices asking me for support. Which is a good point. Again, about the closed system.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it turns out.
See how it plays out.
We might be down to 2 major players in a few years.
I don't know. We'll see what Nokia does. Major handset maker.
I'm familiar with them. I know. I didn't know if you were serious or if that was a ha-ha.
No, I'm being serious.
Are you expecting big things from them?
Not really.
Okay. Research in Motion, whom up until this week I thought invented the BlackBerry, but they are rumored to be releasing a Mac-compatible application. Stop! Mac-compatible application. Turns out Research in Motion has heard some complaints going back to 2004 regarding how the BlackBerry works with the Mac. And for whatever reason, they now have decided it's a priority. I just can't put my finger on why that would be.
Yeah, and everybody who has a BlackBerry on a Mac is like, yeah, but I have the missing sync or some other piece of software.
A missing sync. I'm going to go off script here. If we had a script, throw it out at this point. The missing sync. Back in our retail days, I don't know about you, but I dealt with some missing sync, and wow.
It's been a work in progress.
I mean, there's nothing inherently wrong with the software. I think it's just always a challenge when people come in. Again, all of these different devices, they want to get Microsoft information, exchange, whatever, into their device via Apple. It's a real pain. And maybe RIM would be in a better position today if they had dealt with this 4 years ago.
Yeah.
But what are you going to do?
Better late than never.
Better never late. TDL Live via AOL Instant Messenger or iChat, and you're going in.
All right. Let's see what we got.
By the way, don't forget you can also send us an email, feedback at thedigital.lifestyle.tv. And before you get into this, don't forget everyone can subscribe via iTunes.
Can do that.
If you go into iTunes, the iTunes store, search for The Digital Lifestyle, all one word, or thedigital.lifestyle.tv. Just pretend you're going to an URL, as the kids call it.
Do they call it that?
They do. And you will see the whole menu, a veritable smorgasbord of feed options, including TDL Live. Hit subscribe, you'll get it. And you know what? Act today, no charge. What do you got, sir?
Apple will sell 5 million iPhones in Q4. Our good old boy Gene Piper Jeffrey, he says that we're looking at, what was that, $250? $250?
He's putting a $250 price target for first quarter of 2009.
Right.
He has increases in basically everything across the board.
Yeah, Mac units of 2.8 million versus 2.5 million previous quarter. iPod units of 11 million versus 10.8, and iPhone units of 5 million versus 4.1. So it's a pretty good prediction. I mean, that would be nice, but I mean, they've set the precedent that Apple has to continually outperform to like the nth degree in order to see anything beneficial from their earnings releases.
Let me ask you something. There's talk of a device coming in October. The nickname is the Brick. We don't know what this might be. Some people are saying it's going to be
just a brick.
It could be.
We sold you a bag of rocks.
It could be bricks and mortar.
Joke's on you.
People always need to build. But if you were Apple and you had decent profit right now, right? Given the economy, given that it doesn't seem to matter what you do, how the market's going overall, it doesn't really help your stock market that much. Would you move up or stay on schedule with an exciting new device, or would you be like, well, let's hold off a little bit?
I don't think you can really plan your business against what the market is doing. I mean, especially in technology, you have to be first. You really have to be first. So they can't really hold anything back. I don't know how they could possibly push anything up. I mean, with bandwidth and everything, it's. I think that you have to stay the course, keep doing what you're doing good stuff, continually outperforming. You know.
And you've got holiday quarter coming up, so you wouldn't want to push it back too much.
Right. Yeah. I mean, your planning's already done. It's not like you can go ahead and totally change your schedules right now.
Sure.
At least not for the immediate.
What do you think of Gene's estimate of 250 first quarter of 09? Is he just out of his mind? Or
I hope he's not. I hope he's not. I think it's ambitious with the market that we're in. I think it's very, very ambitious. I mean, you look at the price today, which I don't even know where it closed at, but it was down. So I think that by the time you get back to where you once were, which is in the 200 range, then you're going to add 50 to that. It's kind of I don't see it. I hope he's right, but I don't really see it.
And it would be interesting to see where the targets are for other technology stocks. For example, Microsoft. Is this something that they see the whole tech sector improving? And frankly, I don't know how you could say that about any sector right now because it's all in such a quagmire, gray area. Who knows?
They could pretty much say anything right now, and it's
and that
a blip on the radar.
And that's the beauty of being an analyst. And incidentally, Gene Munster has said 9 months out that the stock price would be about 250 for about the last 2 years. We should. That's the beauty of being an analyst. Well, it's just going to be another 9 months. Another 9. That's all you have to do.
Hang in there.
Okay.
We got.
Very tiny.
Oh my.
Second wave of Microsoft ads. I'm a PC.
And this is my office.
So, new campaign.
New campaign.
I feel here this is another retraction or correction because last week I said that we would not be putting every single one of these Bill Gates and Seinfeld ads on the blog. Little did we know that was the end. So indeed, we did put all of them on the blog. The new I'm a PC ad campaign. I think it's certainly better than the Seinfeld thing.
Yeah. It's just funny. It's almost like we're back to the old days of the clashing and the ours is better sort of stuff, and we're gonna make a commercial now. It's almost become like the political
every 4 years this
McCain
comes back.
Obama
every 4 years
attack ads. So it's like I don't know. I think it's funny. I think they did a pretty decent job with the guy with the headband. He's the best.
And of course, there have been some reports that folks have looked at the images and everything of the campaign. It turns out the ad campaign was pretty much made on a Mac, which in itself is entertaining.
Probably.
But to go along with that, I'm gonna throw a dirty little secret out there.
Okay.
I'm not sure that market share matters.
Okay.
Because where is the money coming from? The money's coming from the iPhone. The money's coming from the iPod.
Where market share is
way up, but what I'm saying is it doesn't matter whether someone has a PC on their desk or a Mac on their desk. From a revenue stance for Apple, they would much rather you have an iPhone. If you're going to have one Apple product, yes, there's the halo effect, and yes, they hope you'll have an iPhone, an iPod, and a computer, and a brick. But you see my point. I mean, the margins and such, I think that it's this big war between the two of them, and really it's just to keep both the names out there in the public. I don't think Microsoft really has to be too concerned about Mac stealing 60% of the market share because, frankly, I don't think Apple has the support infrastructure to take more than about another 3 or 4% before it starts to collapse.
Right. No, I wouldn't say that they don't care. I agree with the latter half. I wouldn't say that they don't care. I think that they would love to have more market share, and the more the merrier. I don't think they have a ceiling on that. I think the sky's the limit. Bandwidth to support, that's another story in and of itself. But yeah, I mean, I just think the whole thing is very funny.
I foresee an unholy alliance again between Microsoft and Apple once Google gets their hands in a little bit more activity, once Chrome becomes more of an operating system, et cetera, et cetera. They're old. You know, it's like that. It's like Batman and Joker. They really do need each other. One without the other, just it wouldn't work.
It doesn't
out.
make for as good commercials.
No, it doesn't. Now it'll be interesting to see if the Mac and PC commercials from Apple change tone at all and try to make fun of this whole thing. Maybe show PC sitting there at a Mac trying to make the commercial or something.
That would be funny. That would be good.
You're up, sir.
Should email them.
Oh, that's a freebie. Email? You don't think they're watching? Come on.
That's a good point. Movies coming to iTunes Germany.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Oh, boy.
Is that right? Yeah.
Now that we've offended all of our German constituents.
Sprechen Sie movies?
So you're going to get movies, so I imagine that you like movies just as much as we do here in the States, so enjoy your movies.
And
iTunes Germany.
They will be German movies, as I understand it. All the better.
You're up.
I was just giving folks at home a moment to ponder that. So a guten Tag to those of you in Germany, and good luck with your movies.
Thanks for watching.
We appreciated the time you watched until I had to go and ruin everything.
Until just now.
All right, big piece. Let's see what we got here. Prop. Prop.
It's my favorite part of the show.
Tonight's prop
What do we
is
got?
the, last week it was the Chumby.
Ooh, very cool.
By the way, the review of the Chumby and the video review now on the blog. You can check that out. Tonight, we're going to be doing a review this week. This is the Brent Haven. Maybe Mac Girl can be on the camera there. This is the Brent Haven Zero Impact The Sling 2. Brent Haven Zero Impact The Sling 2. And if you could, Mac Girl, I don't want to take too much away from the review, but if we could just zoom in here on the stitching. I don't know if the folks at home can see that, but that is how it came to us, or rather, a little tattered there. Might be a little far, but we'll get some close-ups of that for the review. Thank you. So, if you've ever wanted a lot of zippers in your bag, there are a lot of zippers here, and we'll tell you all about it this week on the review of the Brent Haven Zero Impact The Sling 2. The is very important there.
2. If you missed the first one, we have the second.
The Zero Impact, by the way, stands for Zero Impact on your computer, on your health, and on our environment. I don't know
That's awesome.
what that means, but
Does it mean it dissolves in water?
it's completely soluble and made from soybeans. I don't see any indication that there's anything
it's made from
about
soybeans?
No. So there you go, Brent Haven, 15.4-inch bag, The Sling 2.
Very good.
You know, the first one was so good. The Sling. Did you see the Sling?
Just absolutely had to make a second one. Pronto.
Sequel's better.
Pronto.
What do you got there, sir?
I'll let you handle this.
Okay, so we've got TDL Live here tonight, and just want to let you know, programming note, get out those iCals or your G-Cals. And tomorrow night, 7 p.m., it's Ignite Philly. Speaking of sequels, Ignite Philly 2, bringing it live to you. It's a mix of technology and philanthropy and nonprofit groups that are based in the Philadelphia region, and they will be doing live 5-minute presentations with a slideshow, and we'll be bringing that to you live. So if you want to check
Presentations with a slideshow. I'm there. That's awesome.
Well, but you see, sir, they're 5 minutes, and the slides randomly change every 15 seconds.
Oh, well, very good.
So nobody gets ho-hum.
The math on that. That's a good amount of slides.
No math.
It's a good amount of slides. We don't do math on the show.
So that'll be at 7 p.m. tomorrow night, and of course we'll have those videos available through our normal on-demand channels as well. Very good. Let's recap. What did we learn tonight?
I don't know. Should we go back through?
Let's give everybody the news one more time.
So we're going to sell 5 million iPhones.
Nice.
We're going to We're going to release Mac-compatible application from Research in Motion for your BlackBerry.
Look out! Second wave of Microsoft ads. I'm a Mac.
You're gonna be able to go online to the Apple Store, buy some speakers, hate them, and send them back at no charge.
How much risk is there?
None. 0% risk. Microsoft is buying back stock and issuing a quarterly dividend.
Yes, they are. Go ahead.
Oh, all right then. Apple's recalling iPhone 3G power adapters because they're unsafe and bad for your health.
Allegedly. And movies coming to iTunes Germany. Look out. Digital Library of German language movies. Don't forget, visit the blog. Lots of good stuff there. Video reviews, blog stuff. Adam here just sounded off on the myth of hard drive space.
Yes.
We'll get into base 10 and base 12 numbers.
And I don't even care about that. That's the best part. I don't care how they're counting it. It's wrong. Wrong.
If the box says 750 gigabytes, you want 750 gigabytes.
I sure as heck better.
Well, if you do the math, though, we
don't do math here. We do not do math here.
All right. Fine. Fair enough. Also on there, some new iPhone app reviews. Going to try the new X-Plane 9 this week as well.
Very
Flight
good.
Simulator coming to the iPhone. It's on the iPhone now. Have not touched the Star Wars game on the iPhone. Have you bought any good apps lately?
I have not. I've been playing Blackjack Run. Quite exhilarating.
Exhilarating.
It's exhilarating.
I've never heard that term used with.
It's time based. I mean, you gotta know what you're doing. Very confusing at first because you're like, I don't know what I'm doing, and I refuse to read the instructions. So, check it out.
Well, Run.
Free.
You always want to split 6s and 7s, and
it's not like that.
hit on a soft 16.
It's Blackjack Run. It's not a Tuma.
Kindergarten Cop. Very good. Thank you for watching, everyone. We'll be back next Monday. We'll do it all over again. And don't forget the Halloween extravaganza. The Halloween episode coming your way the Monday before Halloween. I don't need to tell you what date that would be. That's what next week's for.
27th?
Until then, feel free to call, leave a message. You may hear it here on the show. That number, of course, 408-627-8242. 408-627-8242. Feedback at thedigitallifestyle.tv. That's all I've got. Anything else from you, sir? Just a farewell. Bye, everybody.